Yes! Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your travel god of extreme, 18-time extreme heavyweight champion of the world, Peter Joseph here, for a beautiful Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. It's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Friday afternoon, October the 3rd, 2025. We are 4 weeks away from Halloween, which is 4 weeks from today. So, get your candy ready for those kiddies out there. Not that I'm going to do it, because I won't be here. Huh! But it is what it is. But, happy Friday to everybody, the first official weekend of October. Thank you for watching right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below in the Shadows layer, otherwise known as Hell, otherwise known as my pants, down below in the description box. So, subscribe to all my channels down there. Do it now. And leave a comment on this video or any one of my past videos or my video right now or later on in the future, Conan. But don't leave stupid comments because you'll get sent to the Shadow Realm and Satan and Ozzy will eat your soul. So please don't do that. You want to do that, go on somebody else's channel and do that, because you ain't going to do it on mine. You don't like it? Tough shit. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, you fucking suck. And that's that. You're SOL. You better know what that means by now. If you don't know, oh boy, you got problems. And that's that. And if you're here for the very first time, you've never seen my channel before, you're here for the first time, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, you grab yourself a nice, tasty cold one. This is fruit punch. Or whatever you're going to drink. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You like it? Great. You don't? Go watch somebody else. That's all I got to say about that. You like it? Great. You know? Go fuck yourself and get out of here. But you watched anyway, so thank you for the free view. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Something for the weekend. Alright, first official weekend of October. Not too cold today. You know, it's gonna be warming up over the weekend. And by, pretty much by Tuesday, it's gonna be back up to 80 degrees around my neck of the woods. And then we're gonna get a little bit of rain, and then down the drain. Gonna get a little bit seasonal. Gonna be around 60 to 65 by next weekend, by Columbus Day weekend. And by Columbus Day, we'll be back up to 70. So, it's nice. I like it. But by the time we hit the end of, by Halloween, it's gonna get, you know, gotta get the hoodies and the, don't have to get the winter gear out around my neck of the woods yet. But, you know, get ready for the hoodie weather and the light jackets and stuff like that. Sweatshirts, whatever you may be. By the time we hit November, and then when we turn the clock back in the first week of November, then it's going to get a little bit colder. Hopefully, we don't have a bad winter, because the last few winters have been actually pretty nice to me, thank the Lord. You know, I have to break my back that I already broken already. So, I mean, we'll see what happens in about 2.5 months from now when we get to winter. But right now, we're pretty much in the I believe the third, the third week of spring. Actually, no, second week of spring. We're about to hit the third week of spring, of fall. What am I talking about? Fall, spring. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ah! You know, I'm still wired from that Niners game last night. Oh, baby. If you haven't seen my video, go on my Peter Joseph channel and watch it right now. Me and Rosa are just like, we were done last night. Not because of woohoo, because, you know, Rosa was a little bit sick last night, so, but she's fine now. Nothing a little ginger ale could do. And, yeah, she's taking a shower now, so, she almost, you know, we're gonna be going out pretty soon, because we do our weekend festivities, and we gotta go shopping, too, tomorrow, so, but it is what it is. We're gonna have fun this weekend. Not really doing much, but, except for maybe tonight, but tonight we gotta do some errands and, other stuff, and then the weekend, pretty much gonna chill. Might go to the movies tomorrow. after we do our shopping. Might go to the movies, see a movie, and then Sunday we're gonna watch a little bit of football, and then maybe go to Sunday dinner. But we'll see what happens with that. That's it. But whatever you're doing this weekend, have fun, be safe, be well. If not, too bad. That's that. Alright, we got SmackDown coming your way tonight from somewhere. Should be a good show. Sami Zayn or Sami Lame, once again, with his US title open challenge. Don't know who it's going to be. I hope it's Shinsuke Nakamura. We kind of saw him a couple weeks ago. He's like being mysterious. We don't know when he's coming back. So, it could be him tonight. It could be somebody from NXT. He had a great match last week with bouncy Javon Evans. So, we'll see what happens tonight. I mean, he already had a match with Rey Fenix. I mean, it's going to be somebody maybe on the SmackDown roster. It could be somebody from Raw. Could be from NXT. Could be from Triple R. Who knows? Maybe somebody from TNA. Oh, that would be nice. Like Leon Slater or something like that. Myron Reed. Or one of the Rascals. That'll be fun. I'd like to see that. But we'll see. We got Cody! MD Cody! You bitch! Teaming up with his Legacy partner. Remember when they were in Legacy with Ted DiBiase Jr., who is now in jail? Fucking idiot. So, 2/3 of the Legacy reunite, and that's Randy Orton and his monotonous voice! They would take on B&B Security, Braun Breaker, and Big Bronson Reed with the Oracle, the Wise Man. My name is Paul Heyman at ringside. Could we see Roman tonight? After what he did on Monday Night Raw, which I'll get into in a minute. Maybe see Roman. I wouldn't put it past we see Roman tonight, but probably see him maybe next week on the program, which is at 7. So we'll see what happens with that. And also we got It's Tiffy time! Daddy! Yes. What? I'm gonna be on SmackDown tonight. You gonna watch? Of course. I always watch your stuff on SmackDown, my darling. You look great for a Friday. You had fun tonight. Oh, Daddy, thank you. Right, bye, Sunshine. Get out of here. Alright, so Tiffy is going to have a segment about Stephanie Vaquer for their Crown Jewel match. See what happens with that. And that's really much. Not much of a preview for SmackDown. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Later tonight, we'll talk about NXT, and then tomorrow we'll talk about SmackDown and TNA Ring of Honor for this week, because I did the review for last week. Go back a video, you'll watch that. And then we'll do Collision probably sometime during Football Sunday, Week 5. 5! Resident Evil 5! On Sunday, we'll do that. Alright, so Week 5 in the NFL in the league when they play for pay. Off to a epic start. Oh, if you didn't see that Niners-Rams game, you missed out. I don't know if Amazon is replaying that, but I hope they replay some of the highlights at least. Game was fucking epic. 26-23 Niners win in overtime with a 4th and 1 stop. Fuck your team. That's that. Niners got 10 days off, so we don't, actually 9 days off now, but 9 days off, we got a week off to prepare for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa with Baker Mayfield and company. Don't know who's going to start that game, but I hope it's Mac and Cheese Jones and not Brock Purdy, but we'll see. We'll see what Kyle and company decide, and if they're going to be healthy enough with practice, and, got a lot of injuries. Kittle should be coming back, I think, this week or next week. Well, actually next week or the following week, Week 7. Michael Williams should be coming back pretty soon. Brock might start next week. Don't know that yet. Juwan Jennings, hopefully come back Week 6 or Week 7. But the Niners are getting back to full strength pretty soon. Brandon Ayuk is coming back, I think, in Week 10. I don't know how he's going to feel. Hopefully he has, one of those resurgence, like, kind of like Debo when he got hurt and he came back and just went nuts. CMC kind of went nuts when he didn't go that nuts, but, he came back, had a couple good games, and then got hurt again, and then he was out for the year. But what are you going to do? Well, without Nick Bosa, that defense, it did a good job in the first half, and then the second half, they just, fell asleep, but then they woke up when it actually mattered near the end of the game, and overtime, that big overtime stop, I think really, really gave an injection into that defense, and Robert Saleh, got to call some better defensive plays, dude, and the secondary just miserable. We need a better secondaries coach, like bring in Richard Sherman or some shit. We can do it, Kyle, come on. Anyway, so that's that. Niners are 4-1, 3-0 in the division. Oh, you gotta love that. So one game up on first place, 1.5 games up on the Rams for the division record. So if it came down to if they were tied and the Niners were 3-0, 4-0, 4-2, Niners would win the division because of the division, the conference, not the conference, division record. So Niners would win first place and the NFC West. But right now it's early, still week 5. We got 12, 13 weeks left. We're going a long road to go, my friends. Long road. But we'll get to week 6 in the NFL after Monday Night Football. We got the Cowboys and the Jets. Don't want to watch that. Saints and the Giants this Sunday at the same time, 1 o'clock. Really don't care about both games. I'm probably not going to watch any football this weekend. Because the Niners won, so I don't need to watch the fucking football. But it is what. But what I do want to watch is wrestling. So let's talk about Monday Night Raw. This past Monday, which was a pretty decent show. Got, what was the rating? 1.32, I think, something like that. NXT's rating went way down. I was shocked at the number. Over 500,000 views. What? For that show? Which was, I thought it was an epic show with the TNA Showdown pre-hype and everything. They couldn't even they got 500,000? It's not 500,000, like 520, 550, I think it was, somewhere around that area. I don't even know what Dynamite did. They had to be around that area, so I think Dynamite might have eked out a win this week in the ratings. Not that I care, but we'll see what happens with that, and we move on. Alright, so Raw emanated from the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, North Carolina! And as always, on Monday Night Raw, team of Joe Tessitore and my good buddy plays a mean electric twanger. That's guitar for you people at home. Bad news, Reed Bennett. And Joe, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. Yeah, you got some bad news. Joe Tessitore sucks. That's pretty much it. Alright, so we start off with an opening recap of the whole big storyline, which I think is probably the best storyline right now, with my Asian wives going at each other because they love me so much. So we have my first amazingly hot Asian wife, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka, set my dick. Attacking my third amazingly hot Asian wife, Io Sky, last week, and having Kylie, my second wife, Kylie, help out to end the show. So we got all that. So we'll see what happens this week with the lovely Asian chicks, my Asian wives. So we'll see what happens with that. So after that, we go to the ring with My Brutality! Yeah. The great Chris Motionless of Motionless and White singing Mommy Rhea Ripley's theme song, which is fucking epic. She comes out and she is pissed. I mean, you don't want to see Mommy pissed. Anyway, she gets on the mic and says, I knew this would happen with Asuka. So the Kabuki Warriors can come get her. But instead, Io comes out and is all crying. Don't cry, Io. I love you. Anyway, so Io admits that that, Mommy, you were right about the Kabuki Warriors, but they are my family, and I still love them. And Mommy's like, what are you talking about? So then, on cue, we see Asuka and Kylie on the Titantron, and Asuka's talking in English and Japanese, or English, I don't know how to say that, but English and Japanese, how you mesh that, like Spanglish, you know. But English and Japanese, basically about how she's mad at Io for turning to Mommy Rhea Ripley instead of them. Asuka's willing to give her, only if Io just apologizes to her. But as for Rhea, it's too late! Fighting words. Then back in the ring, Mommy Rhea Ripley says, I've been betrayed by my family before, Judgment Day, and wants Io to stay by her side, and Io's like, I need more time! So she goes to leave, and is crying, she doesn't know what to do, and Mommy's just like watching her go up the ramp, and then Asuka and Kylie attack her from behind her underneath the ring. And then Io's kind of conflicted what she should do. Should she just leave Mommy for dead or save her? But she goes to save her, throwing Asuka off of Mommy. Kylie gets between them. Is like, no more fighting, stop! And then Asuka, the blue Kool-Aid in the mouth, in the face of Io, once again turning her into a Smurf. that picture with Asuka put up on her Twitter or X with the graphic for Crown Jewel with her and Kylie, and then Mommy Rhea Ripley and freaking Io as Smurfs. That was hilarious. Anyway, so she sprays the blue mist in Io's face. She's blinded. Mommy gets back up, but Kylie and Asuka beat the fuck out of her. And then Asuka tried some type of spinning head kick and completely missed. Not missed. Missed. And then basically, Kylie goes up for the insane elbow right on Mommy Rhea Ripley to lay her out. And then the Kabuki Warriors stand tall. And that's pretty much it. But this storyline is so good right now. I don't know where it's going to go. I guess we're going to find out next Monday night, or this Monday night on Raw. But we got a tag team match at Crown Jewel. The Kabuki Warriors taking on Riho. Not Riho from AEW Riho. Riho, or Reho. Mommy Rhea Ripley Ho. Oh, I don't know what you're going to call it. And that's that. Alright, that was made, and that is official per Adam Pearce. We move on with that. Alright, so I gave that segment 3.5 out of 5 stars, and we're off and running on Raw. Alright, then we get to our first official match of the evening for the Intercontinental title, my friends. It's Eddie's son, Dominic Guerrero ese pero. Right, Eddie? That's my son. That is my son, the fruit of my loins, the champion of champions. The best luchador I know! It's like they used to me, so fruto my loins ese pero. I know. I know he's your son. He's your papi. You're his papi. He's my, what do you want me to say? Okay. Anyway. Alright, so Dom comes out with Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, JD McDumpfuck, and I think Fiend Balor. But then they leave him alone to fight his opponent, which is Alexander Rusev. Rusev smashed on a pussy! Yeah! Alright, pretty good match for under 9 minutes. Back and forth they went. Rusev using his power. Dom using his speed. We get near the end of the match. Dom hits a dropkick to the back. Hits a dropkick to the back, goes for the 619 and connects. Then he goes up for the Eddie Guerrero frog splash and missed. Sorry, no water in the pool for you, Dom. And then Rusev hits the Machka kick for a near fall. Then the referee gets distracted. I Don't know how. So Dom Dom grabs the belt. He throws it to Rusev like his dad would do with a chair, right? You remember that, Eddie? Oh, I do that all the time. All the time. Lie, cheat, and steal. That's the way to do it, ese pero. Yeah, I learned from you. Well, you did very good then. See how many titles I won? Oh my god, I see the titles all over the floor. How many are there? I know I can't count. Are you drunk, ese pero? No. I just can't count right now. Leave me alone! Anyway. So, he throws the belt to Rusev and falls down like his dad, Eddie Guerrero. That was funny. Well, that's not going to work for the referee who saw Dom Dom fall on his own. Oh, damn. A little bit slow there, Dom. But that distraction, that's Dom Dom hit him right in the balls. And a fruit roll-up with the tights. 1, 2, 3 to retain the Intercontinental title. Told you, lie, cheat, steal, Dominic fucking Guerrero, ese pero. Oh, loved it. Probably get a rematch. Yeah. And we get that. So Dom Dom gets the win, and I give the match 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then earlier in the evening, Eli Drake. That's an insult. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah. And Adam Pearce argue about Eli's refereeing abilities, which we saw at WrestlePalooza. Eli wants a title shot at for Seth Rollins, but then the new day of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, they come in and say, hey, we should get a tag team title shot against Finn Balor and JD McDumpbuck. And then Eli and Adam Pearce not interested about that, and Eli is going to take on Kofi Kingston a little bit later on. And Adam Pearce is like, I'll make that official. Blech. Who wants to see that match? We move on with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we got a hype video for Seth freaking Rollins and Cody at Crown Jewel. It started as enemies a long time ago. I don't think we need to go into that. With Cody beating him, I think, 3 times in a row. Now this is going to be their 4th match. Seth doesn't win at Crown Jewel. I'm going to be pissed. And that's that. Alright, then we get a recap of the other storyline that's kind of red hot right now with Bayley. Give me a hug. Oh, don't give me a hug. Don't fight me. Being nice and then yelling at Lyra Valkyria, the lassie bitch from Ireland. Last week, then going insane after the match. Alright, then we see Bayley in a Lyra Valkyria shirt. Comes up to her in the back, talks about how great things went last week. And, she wants Lyra out there with her to take on Raquel Rodriguez. Lyra's like, yeah, okay. Alright, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we get to Bayley and Raquel Rodriguez. It was alright for 10.5 minutes. We're getting to the end, and a hurricane off the apron is pulled out of the air. And, Raquel sends Bayley crashing into the barricade. Ow! And we go to break, come right back. Bayley's top rope swanton. Swanton? Connects her in the fall. Never saw Bayley do a swanton. Okay, we'll go with it. Raquel runs her over again, gets caught in a figure 4 leg lock. Woo! Then the referee is checking to see if Raquel's gonna tap, but then Roxanne Perez comes in, rakes Bayley's eyes for the save. I guess the referee didn't see that. Then a big boot, and it's a Hana bomb. Get the win for Raquel Rodriguez in under 10.5 minutes. So Raquel gets the win. I think Bayley beat Roxy last week, so it is what it is. So they kind of cancel each other out. Alright, match was alright. 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, 2-on-1 beat down on Bayley, but then Lyra comes in for the save. Bayley then laughs a lot. Like, yeah. And then screams at Lyra, got him! Okay. And then Bayley's like, get over here! Come on, you idiot, let's get him! And Lyra's like, what? Who are you? Ah! You know? I'm scared! I don't like you! Okay. Then we move on with that. This whole Bailey, is like the two faces of Bailey. Should be really the three faces of Foley type thing. Remember that, Mick? Oh, I remember that very well. That was Cactus Jack. Bye-bye. And that was old Mick Foley, mankind. Yeah, it was Jude Love. Yeah, ooh, sexy Jude Love. But you're just not Mick Foley, old man Mick Foley. I'm still a hardcore legend. Cactus, you're not a hardcore legend. You don't know. Not now, Terry. Not now. It's not the time. You shut up, Joseph. Terry. Not now. We do talk about you being a hardcore legend and everything in Japan. We'll talk about that later. But I'm talking to Mick now. Can you silence the boca, please? Thank you. I miss you, Terry! I miss you too, Cactus, you fucking idiot! Would you like a Dorito? What? You want some Doritos, Terry? You want some Doritos? No, Cactus, I don't want no Doritos! Go back to your old folks' home, you fucking idiot! Okay, guys, stop it now, please. Jesus Christ. I didn't mean you, Lord, I'm sorry. Alright, gotta get some control up there, goddammit! I'll get him under control. Okay, Mike. Thank you. We don't need Jesus, right, Mike? No, not really. I don't need Jesus. I wish Jesus would get this goddamn halo off my head and come back and I start putting people through tables. Because I'm awesome. I know. I wish we could, but we don't have Dragon Balls. I wish you did have Dragon Balls. That sounds redundant and sexual. What are you talking about, Mike? I got big balls. Ask my girlfriend. Nah, I would, but I'm dead. What are you talking about? You talk to her over the line. No, I don't. She ignores me. Well, I wonder why. You're not funny. Shut up, Mike. Get out of here. Say goodbye. Bye! Okay, get out of here. Yes, I was talking to Mike again. I'm sorry. I'll tell him not to talk to you anymore. Ah, cállate la boca. Anyway, go get dressed. Hurry up. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so Bailey is making Lyra confused. Are you good? Are you good? Or are you bad? What's going on here? I don't know. You're my friend or you're a piece of shit. I don't know. We move on. Alright, after that, we go to the back with Jimmy Uso asking Jey Uso, the Yeet Man, where he was last week when he needed help. Jay says, I didn't need help because it was Eli Drake out there who cost us the match at WrestlePalooza. Then he's like, why did you help Eli last week? So Jay talks about how you need to worry about yourself, brings up that Jimmy has never been World Heavyweight Champion. And then he's like, well, he walks it back a little bit, and he's like, let's get ready for our match coming up later with B&B Security again. So to run that back from WrestlePalooza. So, kind of like, what's going on with Jey Uso? Is he turning heel? Is he a tweener? What's going on? I don't know. Alright, moving on. Alright, there we go. Further in the back, we have Kylie coming in to check on Io, who still has that blue Kool-Aid on her face and body. Basically says, we can still be a family. Please apologize to Asuka. And Io's like, leave me alone! Bitch! No, she didn't say that. She said, leave me alone! And Kyrie's like, puts a picture of herself, Io, and Asuka on her lap. And Io just kind of looks at it. This is like the days of our lives. These are the days of our lives, like suns in the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Just without the guys. But it is what it is. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, after that, I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Eat Like Drake, taking on Kofi Kingston. He's there with Xavier Woods. I think, Xavier Woods was out at ringside. Was a meh match. Didn't really give two fucks about it. But we get near the end, and Kofi trips Eli down, heads up top for a shot to the head, like a little axe handle smash, like Macho Man Savage, yeah, did it all the time. I'm the cream of the crop. Okay, thank you. A cup of coffee, ooh. Yeah, ooh, yeah, liar. Freak out in the zone! Alright, Randy, calm down, please. Cup of coffee. Okay. He whispers and he goes wild after a while. Cup of coffee. He's got too much sugar! Yeah! Ooh! And he gets spooks himself out like, ah! You know? Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah! Yeah! Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so, Xavier Woods gets in a cheap shot, but Eli fights back, slows away at Kofi. They head outside. Eli sends Kofi into the barricade. Ow. Then a slingshot shoulder back inside the ring. Xavier Woods gets involved again, as Kofi gets a near fall off a fruit roll-up. And then Eli pops right back up, hits the BFT. 1, 2, 3. Eat Fight Drake is your winner. In under 10.5 minutes. Was a meh match. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to the back with Maxine Dupri and her bestie Akira Tozawa. They get interrupted by The Man, the Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch. Doesn't really think too much of Maxine, and then does her usual Sports Illustrated saying it crap. But Maxine brings up AJ Lee and how AJ made her tap out at WrestlePalooza. That earns Tozawa and Maxine Dupri a beatdown by Becky, damn. And then Seth freaking Rollins is over there, says, yeah, I gotta deal with something. I'll be right back. So he goes to leave. I get the segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then he goes to the ring. Gets cut off by chants of CM Puke. Roman Reigns, and Cody. So Rollins says, I'm 0-3 against Cody, but it doesn't bother me because it doesn't matter. Actually, kind of does. Matches were in the past. Now it's time to find the future of the industry at Crown Jewel. The match is to determine the future of the industry, and some people actually want Cody to win. I don't. Some people actually want Cody to be the quarterback of the WWE, and are you crazy? Are you just talking crazy? Anyway. So Seth talks about everything he's done in WWE, and you still cheer for Cody? What's wrong with you people? And on cue, the schmuck, Cody Rhodes, comes out. No! Saying that people are really the ones who control everything. Brings up the Vision showing up on SmackDown, how that was probably Paul Heyman's doing, you think? So, who's really in charge of the Vision? That's what Cody said. Seth says every decision, including the team being on SmackDown, goes through me. And then Cody asks Seth if Seth allowed Heyman to handle Brock Lesnar's introduction. So Rollins like, every decision runs through me. Interesting. So the fans kind of disagree with that. Seth's annoyed. So Cody brings it back to Crown Jewel. And he's like, where are we going to be in 20 years? Old as fuck. Will they be in the chairs back there reminiscing? Either way, Seth offers his hand to Cody at WrestleMania 40. Despite all their issues. And then Seth tells him to shut up. Because we will never be friends. You know, we will never be friends, and Cody was just a means to an end. Seth says, I'm going to cleanse the timeline and forget their history. There's only one person set to lead them into the future, and that is me. And that was pretty much it. Seth, basically told it like it is, and I liked it. Cody just more missionary position shit. I just couldn't stand it. So we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to the back. We see Mommy Rhea Ripley checking on still Io Blue Sky. She's still blue. So Mommy tells her that they got a tag team match with Kairi and Asuka at Crown Jewel. And then Mommy tells Io, you can trust me. And then Io's like, she starts crying a little bit, but she has some blue stuff in her eyes. Like, need some what's up? Then we get that. And we move on. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, tag team match coming up, player. AJ Bad Hair Styles teaming up with Dragon Lee of the LWO. They still a thing. Taking on Los Americanos. Who have new names. Which El Grande Americano, which we all know is Ludwig Spears. And Bravo and Rio. I think Bravo's the red one. And it's Tyler Bate. Rio is Pete fucking Dunne. That's I believe the red one. Okay, but whatever. So before the match, AJ Dragon Lee talks about how much he likes teaming with AJ and is the #1 contender for the Triple A Mega Championship. That's going to happen later this month. At a house show or something like that for the Triple A. AJ brings up having a match at Crown Jewel himself, and that's going to be against my favorite person in the whole wide world. That's John Cena. So thank you, fans, so I can get to beat up John Cena. All right. So then Los Americanos come out. Match wasn't that great. We go to break after they come out. Bravo Super Hurricanrana gets blocked. Then a top rope double stomp sets up a diving tag to AJ Styles. Fans are going nuts. Everything breaks down. AJ cleans house some more, including a big flippy dippity-doo on El Grande Americano. Then he hits the phenomenal form on Rio. Not that Rio. On Rio to the floor, and then Dragon Lee tosses Bravo into the Styles Clash. 1, 2, 3. Dragon Lee and AJ Styles get the win in under 7.5 minutes. Match was meh. And they gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we got a video for Crown Jewel. Then we see La Primera in the back, the Raw Women's Champion. She's ready for the SmackDown Women's Champion. Tiffy Stratton at Crown Jewel. Tiffy Stratton comes in and says, I respect you, Stephanie, but I've been champion for 268 days. Well, counting 4 days now, that's 272 days as of right now. Someone brand new isn't going to come in and shake things up. And basically says, I'm going to beat you at Crown Jewel. We'll see. That's that. Alright, then we see the Vision in the back. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Seth freaking Rollins, I think the Wise Man Paul Heyman. They're all there. And Seth's not looking confident that he can beat Cody, even with Paul Heyman offering some reassurance. That's that. Alright, then we get to a Texas Tornado match with Jimmy and Jay Uso taking on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, B&B Security. This was a wild match. It went under 13 minutes. We're getting near the end. As we go to break, a jumping clothesline by Braun Breaker sends Jimmy through the announce table, and it broke. Come back. Jimmy's still down at ringside. Jay gets beaten up on the inside of the ring. A big running clothesline puts him down again, but Jimmy comes back in for the save. Then the Usos are stacked up for a double tsunami, but before Bronson Reed can squash him like bugs, we hear the music of our tribal chief. Put up your wands, ladies and gentlemen, and acknowledge him. Roman Reigns. He's back. Comes back. He's back. The crowd's like, wah! Going crazy. So, Roman's back. He brings out a chair with him for the save. Hits Bronson Reed in the gut. Then he hits Braun Breaker in the back with it. Then he's completely going berserk with the chair shots. Knocks down Bronson Reed. Some more put Braun Breaker in trouble. And then the Usos hit Stereo super kicks, and then Stereo superfly splashes, because the match is a no DQ match, so Roman could do whatever the fuck he wanted. So after the superfly splashes, they get the pin on Braun Breaker. 1, 2, 3, the Usos pick up the victory, getting their revenge from WrestlePalooza, and a few weeks back from that. And that's it. Alright, so the match was pretty decent, 3 out of 5 stars, and then after the match, Roman picks up Jay, he goes, and he says some, curses, and he's like, don't let him fuck with you, or something like that. And Jay's like, I know. And then Jimmy's watching, it's like, what the hell's going on here? And then Jay's like, I'll smash him, Moose. And everything seems okay as Jimmy just looks on. So we'll have to see what happens with Jimmy, as it looks like the Bloodline is coming back for probably a final storyline or something. I don't know. But Roman will be at Crown Jewel. I don't know if he's going to have a match. I think he will, but what match, I don't know. Maybe Tribal Combat with Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker. Who knows? Probably find that out either tonight on SmackDown or most likely on Monday Night Raw, the Go Home show on Monday. There we get that. SmackDown, I believe, is going to be at 8 a.m. Next Friday. I got to check that. It might be at 8, regular time, but I do believe that SmackDown is going to be taped this week. Or it's going to be live at 8 a.m. here in the States, so on your VPN. But we'll see what happens with that. They'll probably announce it tonight. I know Raw on the 13th is at 8 a.m. because they'll be in Australia. And we'll see that if you have a VPN, you got to wake up pretty early. You don't have work that day. Thanks to Columbus Day, most people don't have work that day. If you do, well, you're going to miss Raw. I don't, because I don't work on holidays. So I get to watch it, fire with a VPN, I'm good. And that's that. But that's next Monday. We have to get through SmackDown tonight, and then get through Monday Night Raw, and then next weekend's SmackDown, and then we're off to Australia, mate. For that, because I do believe SmackDown is going to be at 8 a.m. on Friday. So I don't have my phone. Can I go? Nah. You know what? I'll talk about it later. Anyway, guys, I gotta get out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Raw with the Tribal Chief, I gave 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comments section, and like Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. And that's it. Alright, gotta get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.